What's up, guys? Brent Hess here with Cagezilla Unchained, brought to you by the Wild Style Network. We are here with our 125-pound flyweight title holder, flyweight champion. His name is Jhondy Fuller. Jhondy, how you doing today, my man?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing great, doing great. Thanks for joining us. Now, you got a big title defense here coming up April 26th here at Cagezilla84. But before we get into that, give our Cagezilla Unchained fans a way that they can kind of get to know you a little bit. For those who might not know you, give us your background, a little bit of upbringing, and maybe what led to this point in you defending your title here on April 26th.
Well, I started competing in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu back when I was 8 years old, and I've been a heavy competitor since then. But now, moving in to when I turned 18, I decided to move into MMA, and I started all the way back in my father's basement, just training in self-defense, and moving into Clench Academy about a year after. Started to pick up even more momentum that way.
Yeah, it sounds like you've really came a long way. Now, you've had all your fights inside the Cagezilla cage, my man. Tell us a little bit about what you love about fighting for Cagezilla, and ultimately what it means for you to be defending your title belt here coming up on Cagezilla84.
Well, since I started at Cagezilla, I've loved the production. It makes everything look so professional and makes everything look really good. And the way everything's handled, it doesn't seem overcomplicated. It's nice and simple, and it makes it a fun experience. And then just starting there, and this hopefully transitioning to being pro for me. I'd love to stick with Cagezilla.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, we love having you, and you got a big, exciting flyweight title defense coming up here against Mio McKinney, who earned his shot by beating your last opponent, also Caleb Alger, who's also going to be on the card in a number one contender flyweight fight against Idris Zabi. Idris sent a message too, by the way, because I interviewed him. He said he wants you and Mayo to have an exciting fight, and he wants winner. So he's already slating himself up for that, which is cool. But tell us, Jhondy, I know you and Mio were supposed to fight before. You guys were slated to fight back in 2023 for another organization. The fight got canceled for one reason or another. But here at Cagezilla, we are bringing it to life finally here on Cagezilla84. Tell us, what do you actually know about Mio heading into this big title defense for you?
Well, I know he's a great striker, and I know that he's had some good knockouts, and I'm just going to be looking out, keeping my guard up, and then just trying to work the things that I'm already good at, which is obviously grappling. And I know he's trying to stay away from me and keep it on the feet, but I'm obviously going to try to bring it down to the ground and finish the fight there.
Nice, man. Yeah, no, I could see the seriousness in the way that you're talking about your grappling and your game plan, and there's a focus in your eye for sure. Now, I watched your last two fights with us, and they looked very similar. There's a slick back take in the first round, and shortly after that, it's tap, tap, tap. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way the cookie crumbles with you, man. You're not a guy that people should let on their back. I could just see that right away, man. I mean, you take that back quickly, and not only are you just taking the back, you're putting in that choke quickly too, before they can even really realize what's going on. Tell us, Jhondy, do you see your arms getting wrapped around Mio's neck, or just in general, what kind of energy are you feeling coming into this one?
I'm gonna really just take my time, honestly, just being on top. Once I get him to the ground, I want to try and just try and maintain and spend some time on top, and then take what's given, because eventually some type of opening will show.
Yeah, yeah. Or you'll create one, right? So, yeah, man. No, that's awesome. I'm really excited to see you and Mio get in there. Because he's a big boy for the weight class, and you hold your own in the weight class as well. Obviously, you're the champion, and so, man, what a showdown, a flyweight showdown this is going to be. Now, I'm going to bring you something from our fan zone. We take online polls and stuff with our fans, and a lot of them kind of look at you guys, especially you guys as champions, and kind of look up to you guys. So they send us in like questions that they want us to kind of pass along. So I'm going to do one for you real quick. What does a typical day of training look like for you when you're training for a fight camp?
Well, mainly, I go in. I actually teach a lot of classes for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and then after I'm done teaching, I go right into the hard work. I go right into doing some striking drills, and then mixing in with a whole bunch of grappling and wrestling drills, and that usually can span between a 4-hour period every day.
Oh wow. Okay, man. So you're in there getting the rounds in, getting your reps in, as a champion should be. That's right. All right, you hear that, young guys? You got to get in there. You got to get your reps in. Even the champions do it, and they continue to do it, and that's why they remain champions, right, Jhondy?
Correct.
Nice, man. Well, before we finish up here, I like to kind of collect a quote from you guys, maybe something empowering that you've read or maybe your coaches have shared with you that you can pass along to our Cagezilla Unchained audience here, and maybe empower them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a strong believer that the only enemy that you're facing is yourself, right? And you just gotta beat yourself and overcome the limits that you set for yourself in order to keep moving forward. Right? And there's nobody else that works harder than me in my gym. I always try to push the limits.
Yeah. Yeah, you're always battling yourself, both in the good and the bad, right? You can kind of take it like, hey, you gotta get away from these distractions that might not be helping me, and then also in the positive light, looking towards, hey, breaking through those mental boundaries of what you can accomplish, right? Like,
Absolutely.
hey, I can rise above, and I can do this, and that's powerful, man. Now, well, I think you got a super bright future, Jhondy. We love having you as our flyweight champion. We're glad to have you back defending your belt, and give us a way that we can follow this journey, my man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Show your little love online, whether you have some social medias or your team's stuff. Share it with us now.
Yeah, absolutely. We got 7Fuller7. That's my Instagram. You can always find that there, or just typing up my name anywhere. I'm
Yeah.
not very hard to find. And then Team Clinch Academy, of course, on Instagram and Facebook too.
Awesome. Yeah, Clinch Academy. I know you guys got a great squad there, and have been around quite some time. So good stuff, good lineage. And man, I'm really looking forward to seeing you here compete on April 26th here, coming up right around the corner. I hope training camp and everything continues to go well for you, and you stay healthy. And Jhondy, thank you once again, man, for joining us here today.
Of course, thank you.
All right, guys, there you have it. Our flyweight champion, who will be defending his belt versus Mio McKinney come Cagezilla84, April 26th. Make sure you guys are in-house and picking up your tickets at CagezillaTickets.com. Until next time, I'll see you guys all very soon. Much love and respect. Signing off.